Central defeats Luther here this afternoon, 37-23, entertaining Iowa Conference football game. Talking with Coach Hafner, and Coach, wasn't entertaining. Good battle throughout the day. You guys made it really interesting there in the fourth quarter, but unfortunately the hole was just a little too big.
Yep, and you know it's what a testament to our kids. You know we got down 30-7 going into the fourth quarter. I think Darren, you can help me with that, but. And they just kept clawing back, and we got the turnover we've been waiting for, on the kickoff return, and our kids just kept fighting, and we just had too big of a hole, and they're too good of a football team, but we can't take any away from our kids for the fight they had the whole game.
We touched on this going into the Wartburg game. Lesser kids probably would have rolled over and played dead for the season. When you're 2-6, you ended up getting a win at a place where you hadn't won in 30 years. Lesser kids would have rolled over and played dead down 30-7 with 13 minutes left in the game, correct?
Yeah, I mean, no doubt about that. And we talked about it last week. We were on a 3-game losing streak going into Wartburg, and we go over there and beat them. And today going into the game, our kids had all the confidence in the world they were going to win. Why? Because we believe in what we're doing. Our coaching staff keeps working hard, and our kids believe in our coaching staff, and as a group we go out on Saturdays and compete at the highest level that we're able to compete at.
And looking at a couple of stats, just in the big picture, 8 penalties, 81 yards today, and you were 6 for 18 on third down conversions. Is that in a nutshell? Are those two stats that you got to be better at if you're going to beat a team like Central?
The penalty yards bother me. And us not scoring in the red zone. I mean, those are things I haven't watched film, obviously, but our defense played pretty darn good today and put us in some situations. And we didn't get that one touch. We didn't score on that one drive down inside the 15-yard line. And against a good team, you got to take advantage of those situations to keep yourself within one score. And again, it's just a couple plays here or there, and what a different ballgame, especially in the first half.
And looking at your defense, you gave up about 160 yards through the air today, and probably statistically you're going to end up as the #1 pass defense in the league, and that's a definite improvement over years past. You agree?
Yeah, no doubt about it. And we have all those kids back except Ricky, and Ricky Humes has been a great senior, and no doubt we're going to miss Ricky. He's a great leader, but yeah, I mean, the thing that's awesome about that right there is our kids have just improved throughout the year. Every game they come in, they watch a ton of film, and it's not just those guys, but all our guys, but just a big improvement in the back half of our defense throughout the season.
And a quarterback like Riley Gray for Central, I'd imagine he's tough to emulate in practice because there's few like him, is there?
Yeah, he's a stud, and he took over the game on that last drive, and we won't miss seeing him around, that's for sure. But he's a heck of a kid and a heck of a football player, and probably going to be the first team all-conference quarterback in the IAC, and he made a lot of plays for him, makes a lot of decisions for him as well with their multiple formation and hurry up type of offense.
And the guys as seniors that played their last game just about 20-30 minutes ago here, they came to you your first year here at Luther. This program was coming off of an 0-10 year. Wasn't a lot of optimism in the program at this time based on the previous year, but what do these guys mean to you personally, the coaching staff, and overall to Luther football? Yeah,
I mean, we had 16 seniors today. We do have 2 or 3 that are coming back next year, so really 14 guys that are going to be done, but just a great group of guys. I mean, when you bring a new staff in, and I'm not easy to play for sometimes, especially early on in this process, and but they believed in what we're doing. And the #1 thing when you're trying to get a program back to where it was, in the 60s and 70s and different things like that, you have to set this discipline, this culture, and we've done that in 4 years with those guys. I mean, the last 2 games are a complete testament of what those guys meant to our program and where we're going in the future. And gosh darn, you can sit here and go down the list, but just a great group of guys. And the first one that comes to mind is James Osley, and he took a big time chance on us. He had some other opportunities to go play football in other IAC schools and different things like that, and comes in the first day, he's a tight end, and we move him to tackle and doesn't ever say a word about it, and ends up starting 40 games for us at offensive tackle. And all our guys have been super unselfish with what we've asked them to do, and just have 100% bought in. The leadership this year was maybe the best I've seen on any football team I've ever coached. And that was one thing we wanted to improve on, and we're going to miss their leadership. And